Hello and welcome to Rathods IAS. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 14th February 2024. So first of all, we are going to take Delhi edition of Hindu and we are going to pick out the articles which are relevant from our examination point of view. So many students are complaining me that it is taking more than 2 to 3 hours to complete this Hindu. So one thing you have to remember and you have to always keep in your mind is read only relevant articles. So there will be not more than 7 to 8 articles in our newspaper from our examination point of view. Don't read political articles and don't succumb into that politics. Okay, so this is my sincere request. So if you follow this, then you can complete this Hindu below, that is less than 2 hours of time. So it will be around 1.5 hours you can complete reading this Hindu paper. And we are going to start our analysis with a quote. So today I came up with a motivating quote so that I can motivate you. Yes, this is our today's quote. It is about all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. So everyone will have their own dreams. So I have lots of dreams, and not only me here. So even if you connect this quote with RGS, because you have to write philosophical essays, right? So I am trying to make you think like how can you get examples or how can you derive the content from the GS to write a philosophical essay. So if you go back to our history, like ancient history or medieval history, or like modern history, and you can also think about post-independent India. So many people, okay, so who are well known. For example, in Maurya. So if you think about this Maurya kingdom, yes, you will come across one personality. You will be thinking about one personality. So if you see like Mughals, you will be remembering about Akbar and even Aurangzeb, right? So why you remember certain personalities only if you are thinking about so and so event? And if you see like Indian national movement or Indian freedom struggle, you will be remembering some great leaders like Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, so why not others? So there are many thousands of people, they participated, and only why can you remember only some names? Because of their courage. Because of their courage. So everyone have the dreams, but when you can make your dreams true, that is with your courage. So always develop the courage to make your dreams true. Okay, so that is the thing, the courage which used by many people. So because of this, we are remembering them, the history is remembering them. Okay, so in this way, you have to remember that courage is very, very important to make the dreams true. You can talk about APJ Abdul Kalam, what were his dreams and how his dreams came true. Okay, like that. Even you can connect with Martin Luther King and even Yusuf Malala. She had a dream of women empowerment or education of women. Yes, she did it, right? So in that way here, always courage is very, very important. So you can read about Yusuf Malala. So how she faced persecution and many a times she faced attacks, but with the courage she fight against all. Okay, so these are some examples that you can collect from your GS and you can write a beautiful essay, okay, for this quote. Clear? Yes. Now let us move back to our newspaper. So this is front page of your Hindu. So there are 2 important articles which are relevant from our examination point of view. So first one is Center rules out MSP law, offers talks with farmers. So again, farmers agitation is going on in India. Okay, and this year we are going to have Lok Sabha polls. So because of this, government need to take the steps. Okay, not only from politics point of view, and even from economy point of view also, this article is very important. So what is the keyword? The keyword here is MSP, and especially students who are beginners, you have to know some dimensions or you have to know some basics regarding this MSP. So let me write. So what is this MSP? MSP is nothing but minimum support price. So MSP is nothing but minimum support price. So this article is exclusively important from only one subject, that is GS paper 3. Okay, GS paper 3 from economy. So what are the dimensions you have to think here? You have to think lots and lots of dimensions. First one is you have to understand meaning. So what is this minimum support price? So who are going to give this minimum price to the farmers? And you have to see how this minimum price is calculated. How this minimum price is calculated. And what are the components which we are taking into account to calculate this minimum support price. And even there are many committees which are involved here. So we have to know about which are the committees recommending and as well as approving this MSP. And you have to see like what are the advantages of MSP, and even there are some challenges. So all these are the very important dimensions that you have to think, and from this area you can get both prelims and mains related question. And today's mains question is also on this topic, that is a minimum support price. So let us see this topic in detail in all dimensions. Okay, so what is the issue now? So let us see why it is in news first, and later on we are going into our basics part so that you can connect static with dynamic part. So in the dynamic, that is in the current affairs, what is going on now here is farmers, especially the group of farmers, so they are going towards Delhi, and they had been stopped by the police at this Punjab Haryana border, and there is a conflict which is going on between these farmers and police forces. Okay, so in which place? That is Haryana Punjab boundary. So if you see some details here, so union government again made it very much clear that here MSP will not be possible for the farmers to give by the government. So government said that MSP is not possible. So because of this, here farmer groups like Samyukt Kisan Morcha and even Samyukt Kisan Morcha non-political and Kisan Mazdoor Morcha, so these farmer unions, they are doing protest against government. So this is the present context. And if you see here, what is MSP? MSP is nothing but minimum support price, and this is a price which is given by the government. Okay, government will be declaring this minimum support price. So even before the sowing season. Okay, so minimum support price is a price at which the government purchases the crops for the farmers to ensure farmers against any sharp fall in the farm prices. So here farmer will sell the produce to government at which price? That is minimum support price. So why government will buy? So why government is buying this produce? Because government under this National Food Security Act of 2012, under this act here, 2012 or 2013, please check it once. So under this National Food Security Act, government is ensuring food security for the people. So under this, government is providing PDS, that is Public Distribution System. Under this, government is providing subsidized food grains. Okay, subsidized food grains government is providing. Okay, so for this, yes, government need to procure the grains from the farmers. So this procurement will be done by FCI, Food Corporation of India. Clear? So this is about the details of this MSP. So here this MSP, it is announced by the government on the basis of recommendations of CACP in the beginning of sowing season. So these are the very important facts, and this infographic is at most important. And actually in 2019 there was question like, which of the following crops you are getting MSP from the government? So as of now here we have 22 crops plus sugarcane, they are getting this MSP and FRP. So there are 14 kharif crops, 7 rabi crops and 4 calendar year crops like copra. Okay, copra means nothing but coconut, dehusked coconut, jute, sugarcane. So they are getting the FRP is given for sugarcane only, and remaining all we will be having MSP. And rabi crops are wheat, barley, gram, masoor, rapeseed and mustard, safflower, thorai. And remaining 14, so these all are the kharif crops. Okay, so for all these crops MSP is provided by the government. So it is very important. And why we need MSP? So why farmers they are now protesting regarding this MSP? What is the importance? Yes, you have to know that, right? So the first important point here is, so farmers they will be getting fixed remuneration. So farmers they are going to get the fixed remuneration. So farmers they are financially secured against vagaries of price instability. Because for example, I am from a farmer's family, so not from my mother's side, from my husband's side. So they are farmers. So I understood the problems of farmers after once I got married. Okay, so I married so this is 8th year, so I completed 7 years of my married life. And in these 7 years, I will be going to the my in-laws house very frequently, very less. Yeah, so in that time I will be spending my time in farm. Okay, so I understood exactly what are the problems faced by the farmers. Okay, exactly what are the problems faced by the farmers. And one problem that I found here is, whenever they are going to the market, so middleman will be there, intermediary will be there, and they have to get the commission. So we have to give the commission to that middleman, so that what happens, sometimes the price will be unstable. So whenever there is a cutting of crop, initially at the initial stages the price will be high, and after that whenever the crop which is going late to the market, the price will be decreases. So yeah, that is called as the vagaries of price instability. So yes, to save farmers from this vagaries of price instability in the market, yes, we need this MSP, so that we can ensure the fixed price for the farmers. And next one is informed decision making. So whenever MSP is announced by the government before the sowing season, then based on that farmers they can decide which crop they can grow. Okay, so that here farmers they have the decision making power. And next important point here is diversification of crops. So MSP announced by the government of India for the first time in year 1966 to 1967. So this is very important. So for wheat has been extended to around 24 crops at present. Okay, so this has encouraged the farmers to grow these diverse crops to maximize their income. So to maximize their income, yes, this MSP is very important. And next one here is benchmark for private buyers. So MSP sends a price signal to the market. If merchants don't offer the higher than this MSP, then the farmers may not sell them his produce. For example, for one quintal of rice, okay, so for one bag of rice, okay, so the price will be around 1800 to 2000 rupees. Okay, so if market price is more than this, I will be selling my produce to the market. Okay, if price is less, means I will be selling my produce to the government directly. So in this way here, it will be providing a benchmark for the private buyers. And next one is targeted crops. So MSP is used as a tool to incentivize production of specific food crops. For example, if so and so food crop is short in supply, so whenever government is ensuring good MSP, then farmers they will be taking decision to produce that so and so crop, so that we can target the production of so and so food grains. And this one is, it will also enhance the purchasing power of farmers. So slow farm growth and increased farmers' distress demand for more MSP for farmers. So in this way, it will be helpful in enhancing purchasing capacity of the farmers. And now we have to see what are the issues with this MSP. It is also very important, because in mains you will be getting question so what are the advantages and what are the challenges or issues. So in that way, I am giving you directly the content here, so that you can jot down the same points in your examination, so that the process of writing your answer will be very easy now. Yes or no? Yes, now let us see what are the issues. The first one is non-proportional increase. So the support prices that are being provided do not increase at par with increase in the cost of production. So even CRISIL, it is India's credit rating agency, which said that increase in MSP has indeed fallen during this 2014 to 2017. So it is one of the important issue. And apart from that, here the benefits of this scheme, it is not reaching all the farmers and even not for all the crops. So it is also one important challenge. Why? Because of lack of awareness to the farmers. And next one is there is excess storage. So MSP without sufficient storage, which results in the piling up of stocks. So because of this, in FCI go down, so there is lots of wastage of food grains is happening. And next one is market distortion. So even MSP which distort the free market by favoring some particular crops. Okay, because we are targeting crops here. And next one is there is also increasing of physical burden. Okay. And next one is it is also impacting agriculture exports. So because of increasing of MSP here, it is adversely affecting the exports which are made by Indian farm goods that are uncompetitive in the international market. And this one is even it will also leads to ecological problem. Like we are going for non-scientific agriculture practices. Like government is providing MSP for this rice and wheat here. So because of this, many people they are going for growing of rice. So rice is water intensive crop. That means it requires more and more amount of water. So even though despite of less availability of water, they are going for the growing of rice. So because of this, it will lead to ecological problem because it will reduce the groundwater table. It will also lead to salination of soils. And next one is crop diversity is also affected in India because of this MSP. So these are the very important issues that are regarding this MSP. And now let us see what is a formula to calculate this MSP. So here CSAP which takes into account various factors to calculate this MSP. So some of those includes like cultivation cost, supply cost, demand situation in the market, and market price trends, and also what is the impact of consumers, impact on consumers, and even we are taking into account like environment as well. So these all are the factors that we are taking into account to calculate this MSP. And next one is CSCP, which considers three types of production cost. So first one is A2, second one is A2 plus FL, and third one is C2. So now we have to see one by one. So A2, which includes like direct cost which is incurred by the farmers. For example, to buy seeds, to make a plot or farm ready, and for pesticide, for fertilizers, for labor. So what are the costs which is incurred by farmer, that is called as A2. So A2 plus FL means nothing but even family labor will be working that so and so form, and it comes under unpaid. So we are also including this value of unpaid family labor. And what is C2? C2 means nothing but comprehensive cost. For example, if anyone who go for rental for this, to rent for land, okay, land for rent, and even if they are getting money from the money lender, so they have to pay interest, right? So all these comes under this comprehensive cost. So as of now in India, so this MSP which is decided based on this A2 plus FL. So there are many a times the demand which is seen like we have to include even C2, A2 plus FL plus C2, but it has not been adopted till now. Okay, so these are the some important things which mainly said. And even if you see the final decision which is taken by Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. So it is very important. And these are the very important facts that you have to remember from this first article point of view. So you got insights, yes or no? So now you are able to know about what is this MSP, and you know about what are the advantages and what are the challenges. So if yes, hit the like button. Okay, don't forget. And even there will be the prelims question which asks from this how we are calculating this MSP, that is A2 plus FL. It is very important concept. Clear? And now let us move on to next topic. In the same front page. Yes, there is one article. It is about clause in draft India-EFTA Pact make it drug industry. So here the key word is India-EFTA Pact. That is, EFTA is nothing but European Free Trade Association. So it is very, very important. So it is talking about India-EFTA. So this article is important from different dimensions. So it is important from GS paper 2 under international relations, and even it is important from your GS paper 3 economy. Okay, so from economy point of view, you have to see what is this EFTA, what are the advantages and what are the issues. And from international relations point of view, you have to see the relations between the countries, and even you have to see what is a map. So these all are the dimensions that you have to think from this article point of view. So now let us move back to our notes. So now let us see first what is the context. So if you understand what is the context, why it is in use, and we can move on easily. So if you see context, it says that a draft free trade agreement, okay, a clause in draft free trade agreement text is being negotiated between India and European Free Trade Association. So here you can get a prelims question like, so which are the countries part of this European Free Trade Association? So we have countries like Switzerland, Iceland, Liechtenstein and Norway. There are 4 countries. And this article says that whenever we are coming up with this free trade association with European countries, that would delay access to affordable generic versions of patented drugs in India. So in India, for patented drugs, yes, we will be taking lots of time. So the minimum time here is 6 years. So this is the thing which mainly said by draft free trade agreement text. So what is the details here? So if you see details, it says that, so there is one draft which had been leaked. So the draft of Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement says that 6 months of agreement being signed, and signatories, they should include a specific duration which applicants seeking the consent from their country's regulator to sell drug would not rely on undisclosed test data to gain market approval for at least 6 years. So that it mainly saying that here if you're coming up with this type of agreement, so it is affecting this drug sector the most. It will be taking 6 years of time to get the patented drug. So if you're talking about what is this EFTA, so EFTA, it is an intergovernmental organization. So what is that? It is an intergovernmental organization, and this organization is consisting of Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway and Switzerland. There are 4 countries which are part of this, and established in 1960s. And the important goal of this EFTA, it is to promote free trade and is focusing on economic integration among the member states. And in 2022 here, the combined EFTA India merchandise trade surpassed $6.1 billion, and we also got imports. Okay, so notable imports to EFTA states including organic chemicals, machinery, pharmaceutical products, they are one of the main exports to India. Okay, so these are the very important concepts which are regarding this European Free Trade Association. So what is significance of this TEPA? So here EFTA states that the rank 10th globally in merchandise trade and 8th rank in the service trade. So because of this, India and this EFTA, which is having a very huge potential, and recognizing the importance of reducing dependency on a few key trading partners, now TEPA, okay, TEPA, which aims to mitigate the risk. So these are the risks which are associated with economic fluctuations in specific regions. And very important point here is, so it is a key component of trade agreements. and it is focusing on elimination or reduction of tariffs. Okay, tariffs on the goods. And next one is EFTA companies, they excel in the various sectors, not only single sector. So they are excelling in this pharmaceutical sector, biotechnology, machine manufacturing, R&D driven technological products, geothermal related technologies, marine technologies, energy related services, financial services, banking and insurance. So in all these areas, so these companies are doing very good. And this TEPA's positive business environment, it will also helpful to attract foreign direct investment. So talking about investment, investment is nothing but spending money in a productive activity so that in future we are going to get some income, right? So in this investment, we can invest directly and as well as indirectly. Directly means you are investing in agriculture, manufacturing and service sector. Indirectly means you are investing in bonds, debentures, mutual funds, etc. And in this investment, we have public investment, we have private investment, and we have public-private partnership models. You have to know like what are the examples of this PPP models. Okay, so we are having this managing contract models. So I will tell you the examples. Okay, don't worry. So in this PPP, we have managing contract models, and next one here is we are having lease contract model. So in this lease contract model, we have build and operate model, build and operate and transfer model, okay, EPC model, etc., hybrid annuity model. So all these are the examples of this lease contract models. Okay, and EFTA, which has a successful track record on negotiating mutually beneficial trade agreements, and even this EFTA is very helpful for boosting extensive network of 29 free trade agreements with 40 partner countries. So all these are very, very important points. Clear? And now let us move back to our Hindu. So till now we discussed only the front page, and in this city page there is nothing much important, and you can directly move on to the states page. Okay, so in the states page also I found nothing much important, and you can directly move on to this editorial page. Yes, so before that there is one article which is very important. So I took the notes of this article, that is Lokayukta police register case against Shivakumar. So the key word here is Lokayuktas. So it is very, very important topic from your polity. So in polity, so have you read Lakshmikant? Yes, Prudence is near, very near, not near. So try to complete revision of polity Lakshmikant at least 5 to 6 times before going to examination hall. Then only you will be getting conceptual clarity and you will be not going wrong with the statements. So do revise the topics as many times as possible so that you can increase your memory and you can retain the things for long in your mind. Okay, so this article is talking about Lokayuktas. So you will be having this topic called as Lokpals and Lokayuktas. So Lokpals at central level and Lokayuktas are at state level. So you have to write about what is this Lokayukta and some history regarding this Lokayukta and what are the functions of this Lokayukta, and even you can see like what are the advantages and disadvantages. So now let us see this topic in detail. Yes, here why it is in news. So Lokayukta police, they have registered a disproportionate assets case against Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister. So if you are talking about this Lokayukta, it is nothing but Indian Parliamentary Ombudsman. It is Indian Parliamentary Ombudsman, mainly executed into power through and for each of the state governments of India. And even I can say like this, Lokayukta, it is anti-corruption authority. So it is anti-corruption authority in India. So the objective of this Lokayukta system in a state, it is to make investigation of grievances, allegations against public services or public servants. And if you're talking about appointment of this Lokayuktas, so Lokayuktas and Upalokayuktas, they are appointed by the governor of the state. It is very, very important. It is not the President of India, it is the governor of India who will appoint this Lokayuktas and Upalokayuktas. So while appointing here governor, in most of the states they consult the chief minister or chief justice of the state high court, and as well as even the leader of opposition in the state legislative assembly. So this is also very, very important point. Overall, I can say this appointment process is very important. And what is the tenure? So the most of the states, the term of office which is fixed for Lokayuktas, it is of 5 years duration or 65 years of age, whichever it is earlier. So he is not even eligible for reappointment for a second term or second tenure. So these are the very, very important facts. And now let us move on to our editorial page. So this is our editorial page. So first article, it is not important. And next article is homeward bound. So this article is important from your India-Qatar relations. So as you all know that in yesterday's class we discussed that 7 people who got death sentence, they had been released and they reached this hometown. So because of this, this article is very, very important. And next topic here is salutary reminder. So this article is talking about inflation. So already we discussed about this topic in our yesterday's class in detail. So I am not going to take up this article once again. And next topic is about India-UAE ties or India-UAE relations. So here you have to see lots and lots of dimensions. So now let us go back to the dimension part. So what is this article talking about? It is talking about India-UAE relations. So this article is important from GS paper 2 under international relations. So here what is the background? You have to know about what is the background. So can I call this background as history? Yes or no? You have to know about history of this India-UAE relations. So when we started this relations, everything that you have to know. And even you have to see like what are the recent developments. And you have to even remember about what is significance of this UAE. So what is the significance of UAE to India? And even you can know about what are the challenges we are facing with India-UAE, and even you can see like what is the way forward. And one more dimension I forgot to say is you have to see even map. So actually West Asia is seen highly in news like UAE, Qatar and Israel. So there is a high chance of getting question regarding this West Asian part. So you have to know especially that Arabian Peninsula. Clear? Yes. And now let us move back to the notes. So here I attached a map. I hope you can see this, right? So this is Persian Gulf and this is Shat al-Arab. So here we have Strait of Hormuz, and here this part is UAE. So here the tip we have Oman, and towards east also we have Oman, and towards west and as well as south we have this Saudi Arabia. Okay, and here we have this water body. So these are the very, very important locations of this United Arab Emirates. And here if you see the other countries which are present here, so here we have Iraq, here we have Iran, here we have Oman, here we have Saudi Arabia, here we have Qatar, here we have Bahrain, okay, so here we have Kuwait. So these are the very important countries which are present. And now let us see the history of India-UAE relations. So India and UAE established diplomatic relations since 1972. Since 1972 onwards, yes, we have good diplomatic relations. So there is also a greater push which has been achieved in the bilateral relations when visit to India's Prime Minister to UAE in August 2015. So actually here, because of the visits of Prime Minister of India and as well as from UAE point of view, whenever they are coming, that is an important reason that led to improving of this bilateral relations between these two countries. Okay, so that is the thing which mainly said here. And if you're talking about what are the reasons why this UAE, which had been tilted towards India, so after leaving this Pakistan, there are many reasons. So the first one is geopolitical conditions, as Iran is threatening continuously to close Strait of Hormuz, okay, and it is starting attacking this Houthi group which had been attacking these merchant vessels, etc. So because of this, it is having adversely affecting this UAE as well. So because of this, UAE want to join with India. And next one is UAE saw that Pakistan was a partner and incorporated a deep economic and security relations. Okay, so because of this here, Pakistan does not seem to be much helpful for UAE, and because of that, UAE started looking towards India. And next one is already we are facing internal issues, and Pakistan which failed to come back to the aid of Saudi Arabia in its war against Iran-backed rebels, that is Houthis in Yemen. They have been unable to curb this jihadist operating from its land also. So because of this, it is one thing. And this one is India is an important destination for oil and energy purchase, okay, as the US is a way of becoming hydrocarbon independent. So UAE's massive sovereign wealth funds, they can act as a very great resource in the development of infrastructure in India. And apart from that, there has been a rising convergence between India and as well as UAE. So there is also convergence which is seen between India and as well as UAE on terror issue as well. So they are fighting together against these terror organizations or terror outfits. And even there are countries like Syria, Iraq, Libya, Yemen. So these are the countries which are also suffering with violent conflicts. And even GCC, that is Gulf Cooperation Council, which has not produced expected results. So because of this, here UAE which is looking towards India. So now let us see like what are the economic relations or which are the areas of cooperation between India and UAE. So first and the foremost thing here is economic relations. So trade and commerce, they forms a very good backbone. Okay, trade and commerce, they forms a backbone for this bilateral relations between UAE and as well as India. So UAE has one of the India's leading sources of FDIs, and even India is running by the third largest trade partner after China and US. And here UAE accounts about 8% of India's oil imports. And even here this UAE became the first largest supplier of this crude oil to India. So these are some important points regarding this economic front. And next one is regarding security and defense cooperation. So another significant pillar of India-UAE ties is reflected in their growing cooperation in security and defense sector. So and even we are seeing that there is spread of radicalism in Gulf and South Asia. So in this way it mainly says that there is enhanced security cooperation with UAE and to counter terrorist threats and combat radicalization. So for all these things, yes, this relationship is very important. And even with UAE, yes, we have exercise. The name here is Desert Eagle. Desert Eagle 2, it is a 10-day air combat exercises. So this will be held between air forces of India and as well as UAE. And let you know about this concerns between India and UAE relations. So this is also very important from your mains point of view. So please let me know what are the concerns fast. What are the concerns, students? Yes, the first one is, if you are focusing on investment, so there is a slow implementation of investments in Indian side. It is a major cause of concern and it is also a major obstacle. And the bilateral trade has come down significantly in the past years. And so it has been noticed that workers from other nationalities, including Filipinos and Bangladeshis, they are replacing Indian workers. So these are some important cause of concerns between India and UAE. Okay, so these are very, very important things that you have to remember. And now let us move on to the next topic. So in the opinion page, you have this article, that is why India needs deep industrialization. So go through this article once. Okay. And you can move on to this text and context page. So in this page, there is an article that is on the rights of forest dwellers. So recently the new act which had been passed, right? That is nothing but Scheduled Tribes Other Traditional Forest Dwellers Act. So this act, after implementation, the realities came into picture. So in reality, it is saying that it is leading to the erosion of the rights of this STs, that is Scheduled Tribes. So now let us see this topic, and this is at most important. Okay, so this is at most important topic. So let us see the context. Earlier this month, the notification of Tantai Periyar Sanctuary, so where it is located in the state of Tamil Nadu, released. And it said that here especially forest dwellers who are living in the surroundings, so they expressed the fear that their rights under the Scheduled Tribes and Other Traditional Forest Dwellers Act of 2006 has been denied. That is nothing but Forest Rights of 2006, which had been recently amended. So because of this, their rights had been denied. And if you see some more details, so how these rights of these people is denied, you may ask me this question, right? So the answer here is, so now the cattle grazers, they can no longer graze their cattle in this Bangur forest. The name of that traditional cattle here is, or the native cattle is Bangur cattle. So this Bangur forest is the area where they will be having the traditional grazing grounds. But now these areas, they have been prohibited. And next one is, even according to 2011 census, so there were about 1808 revenue villages in this Tamil Nadu with numerous habitations in them. So here what happened? So these people, they are getting the limited access to the forest. So even their traditional rights is going to be affected. So this is the thing which mainly given in this article. So that's it. And I want to give you the mains practice question. So today's mains question, if you want, you can take a screenshot or you can write. That is, what do you mean by MSP? So simply write definition of MSP that I said. And how will MSP rescue the farmers from low income track? That means, what are the advantages of this MSP? So try to write answer and post your answer in the comment section. Okay, so this is about this topic. And these are the most important articles that appeared in our today's Hindu. So now let us see other leftover articles in our paper. So in the news page, I found nothing much important. Okay, especially in this page number 12, you can simply skip this paper. And in this page number 13 also, I found nothing much important. You can skip. And in this page number 14, so here in this page number 14, also you can see this article, it is regarding India-UAE, but I discussed this topic in editorial session itself. Yeah, and in this business page, there is one article that is, food prices may keep inflation high. So again, yesterday I went to vegetable market. Okay, so yesterday I went to the weekly market to get vegetables. And again, I found there is increased prices of vegetables. Yes, it's true. Yesterday itself I went to market. So this article says that whenever there is increasing of food prices, that will lead to this inflation very high in the economy. So the drop in retail inflation in January is seen as a temporary, with the price of vegetables, cereals and pulses still elevated. So again the price of pulses, cereals and vegetables is high. And what is the drop that is seen in the month of January, especially this retail inflation? It is just a temporary process. So this is the thing which mainly said by this article, not me. Yeah, next one is economists say high frequency vegetables price data so far suggest inflation may not fall any further. Next one is the price of vegetables and other food items, they have held firm to the first 10 days of the current month. Okay, so here what happens? So this article is saying that, so till how much time? So till this vegetable prices, cereals prices and pulses prices high in the market, so we can't decrease this inflation. So this is the gist of this article. Okay, so this is important, and you can directly move on to this this science page at last. In the last page we are getting this science. So here in this science page in today's paper, so there is one article, it is regarding menstrual blood. So especially you need to know this. So here you can see one infographic. Okay, so it is talking about stem cells. Stem cells or the cells, they can regenerate, right? So they will be having the ability to regenerate. So if you're talking about this image, okay, or infographic, it says that, so this is a reproductive system of women. So I will be zooming this so that you can easily understand. I will zoom in. Because the students who are watching this, so you are matured. Yes or no? Because you are future bureaucrats. You have to understand the problems of each and everyone in the society. That includes even women, right? So you have to know all these things. And tomorrow you are going to be the future husbands. So you have to understand your wife, right? So yes. So this is the reproductive system of women. So this part is uterus. And this part, this two finger like tips, they are called as fallopian tubules. Okay, so this is uterus and this is fallopian tubules, and here we have eggs, egg bag, that is called as ovary. So this is ovary. So every month what happened? So one egg will be developed. So one time the right ovary will be releasing the egg, and another next month the left ovary will be releasing the egg. So alternatively, so ovaries will be releasing the egg, one egg every month. Okay, so what happens in this process here is, so whenever egg is released by the ovary, so fallopian tubule will be collecting that egg, and if the sperm is available in this fallopian tubule, so fertilization will happen, and what happen? Implantation will happen. So if in case there is no ready-made availability of sperm, then in that case here the egg will be dying in one day. So only the lifespan of egg is 24 days. But the lifespan of sperm will be around 3 to 4 days. So till 3 to 4 days it will be alive. But lifespan of egg is only 24 days. 24 hours, not days, 24 hours. That means only one day. So if in this one day, so there is no availability of sperm, so this egg will be died. Okay. And whenever the egg is dying, so along with the egg here, so the endometrium which is present here, that will be shedding off in the form of menstruation, right? So here this study says that this menstrual blood which is collected, okay, so in that menstrual blood, so they found that stem cells. So these mesenchymal stem cells will be having the ability to produce different cells in the body, like cartilage cells, fat cells, bone cells, heart cells, neurons, skins, and as well as liver cells. So this is the thing which mainly said in this article. So here this article says that whatever the endometrium, so this lining of uterus is called as endometrium. So endometrium has a remarkable capacity to regrow itself each month, because each month this endometrium will be shedding off in the form of this menstrual blood. Okay, so it is having the ability, that is the capability of regrowing its each month, and it provides a site for an embryo to implant during pregnancy, and it is shed during the menstruation. So it undergoes around 400 rounds of shedding and regrowth before a woman enter into this menopause. So students who are from anthropology background, so you will be getting this topic of menopause. So menopause is nothing but ending of reproductive stage of women. So women, they have capability to regenerate or reproduce only till certain age. For example, like 60 years. So after the 60 years, so there will be stopping of egg production. So whenever there is no egg production, so women, they cannot reproduce. So that stage is called as menopause. So in this menopause, there will be lots and lots of hormonal disturbances that will be happening in the life of women. Like there will be increase or decreasing of level of hormones. So because of this, at this menopause, so women, they will be not getting this menstruation. Okay, so they will be not getting the periods, and at that time here, so there will be one more problem called as calcium, which will be desorbing. That means whatever the calcium that is present in the bones, that will be slowly entering into the blood. So because of this, at that stage, women, they have the condition called as osteoporosis. So their bones will becoming weak. Okay, so that thing that you have to know here. So actually this article is talking about endometrium stem cells. Okay, so that's it. So these are the very important articles that appear in our today's Hindu newspaper. So I hope you enjoyed this lecture. So if you really like this class, hit the like button, and don't forget to leave the class without hitting the like button, because it will be not taking like more than 2 seconds of time to just hit the like button. And one more thing here is, you can get the notes of this class from this Telegram channel. So this is a Telegram channel, Rathods IAS classes. So join this channel so that you will be getting the notes of this class daily. And this is our YouTube channel, Rathods IAS Academy. So please do subscribe to this channel. And next one is, this is our website, Rathods IAS Academy website. So prelims is very much near. I think many of you are facing problem with the understanding of concepts. So if you are facing this understanding of concepts from economy, geography, history, polity, like that, you can take the courses that we are offering, and the price is very less. And one more thing here is, we are going to provide foundational course both online and offline. So online cost is around 20,000 rupees, which includes A to Z from prelims to mains. Okay, so if you want to contact us regarding that courses, please call me on this number and you can talk to me directly, 8074765513. And one more thing here is, we are also going to available for mentorship, free mentorship for everyone in Ashok Nagar soon. So once it had been started, I will be giving you the details and address of the office, and you can come there and you can meet me directly. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this lecture, and thank you so much for watching.